Battlefield 2142 was de facto shut down by the GameSpy servers closing, and that was one of my favourite games of all time. Sure, I may have left it behind, but there was a lot of nostalgia and good feelings for that game, especially the Titan mode, where you had a carrier ship and you had to land on it and destroy it. It was one of the best elements in any Battlefield game, and Battlefield 2142 is probably the last in the line of what I consider real, proper battlefields. But what I've got to announce today is that it's back! A project called Revive has revived both Battlefield 2 and now Battlefield 2142 from the dead, and there are actually 5 full servers to play on, well there were today at least. If you haven't played Battlefield 2142, it's basically your Battlefield affair with a bit more of a sci-fi element, and as I said, with this Titan mode, there is a carrier ship that goes in stages. On the Titan maps, there are missile silos across the map, which are basically capture points, and once you capture them, there's a countdown, and they'll fire their missiles at the Titan carriers. Basically, as the longer you fire the missiles at the Titan carrier, the closer its shield goes down, and once its shield's down, you can also board it and try and destroy it from the inside and eventually get to the core, or you basically are already still firing your missiles after the shield is down, damaging that carrier. So eventually it'll blow up either way. And there's actually some quite quirky ways to get onto the Titans when you're assaulting them. For example, the APC actually has pods that fire off straight into the air, and then you have to try and guide them and land on top of the Titans. I'm not gonna lie, I was fanboying a bit today, as it was a lot of fun attacking the Titans again. Not Attack on Titan, but attacking the Titans in Battlefield 2142. It's also absolutely free, although I'm not sure about the legal side, whether it's a bit like emulators where you're meant to have the game. Well, I have 2 copies of Battlefield 2142, so I think I'm actually alright. I think the idea behind it is that with GameSpy closing down, the game is pretty much abandoned, so they're like, well, we can put it back up again, and what are they gonna do? People pay for this game and there's no way to access it. So I'm guessing it exists in a bit of a legal grey area, but at the moment at least it doesn't seem like EA care too much. And hopefully it'll stay that way. There are some little problems. I don't know whether it's just me or the server, but there seems to be like a jitter. My actual ping was really good, well for me good, like 40 to 50, but in the game occasionally my character would jitter, and I don't know whether that's just the quality of the servers that have been put up. And bear in mind, this is actually apparently by 2 people that have just basically done it out of a fan project, and they're asking for donations, so I'm guessing the servers are just run off of the donations they get from their site. To get this, you just go to the site, and it will be linked in the description below, and then you can download a launcher which will download the game, and yeah, as I said before, it's free. All of the unlocks will track once you have it downloaded, but all the stuff that you had with GameSpy, if you have played Battlefield 2142 before, has gone. So yeah, you're going to have to grind it out again. And I basically got default gear at the moment. But if you didn't know as well, in Battlefield there were some quite other quirky mechanics, like mines that could magnetize and jump up to either air or ground targets, which I think you need to unlock because I haven't seen them in game yet. And also there are drones which can follow you around or be put down as like a sentry, so there's some other cool elements there. And another one of my most popular videos is about First Strike, which is a Star Wars mod for Battlefield 2142, basically bringing the whole Star Wars universe to the game. There's actually a server with 64 slots for that mod on this new Revive launcher system. I don't know how exactly to install the mod. I'm sure I'll probably link to First Strike below, and then they've probably got a forum up there too. I'll probably check that out in a second, and it'll be in the description anyway. But that's a co-op server, so there's bots on it. I saw the Death Star Run, I think, map, or it might have been Yavin being played today, and you can play co-op on the space maps or on the ground maps. I don't think the destroyers actually work in the bot matches, but you can play with the fighters. So again, this is one of the games that I remember absolutely fondly, and actually it's quite a lot. It plays out quite a lot like PlanetSide 2 in some regards, mainly in its sci-fi elements. Also, the commander mode, you don't have to go into a special commander slot like in Battlefield 4. You can just do it on the fly as an infantry, and yeah, it's rather overpowered, but extremely fun at the same time, especially if you pair it with a sniper rifle so you can watch the orbital strikes or the EMPs rain down from the heavens, which is always a very good sight. Anyway, be sure to let me know if you're going to get it in the comment section below, and what your thoughts were of Battlefield 2142, or is it something that should just stay in the past and as part of nostalgia? Either way, there's plenty of people playing, so if you do want to play it, you can download it for free, assuming that it doesn't get taken down by EA. If you thought this video was Titanic, be sure to give it a like. If you thought it was as finished as GameSpy, give it a dislike. If you enjoyed my video, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Until next time, everybody, Joshino.